Hi YouTube, Tim Munkert here. In this video I want to talk about the identity property of multiplication. So the identity property of multiplication states that multiplying a number by 1 yields the same number. So in a generic terms, if we use a, some value a times 1, well that's going to be a. That makes sense because if you look at some examples with numbers, 2 times 1, that equals 2, 5 times 1, that equals 5, and so on. Okay, next property I want to look at is the commutative property of multiplication. So the commutative property of multiplication states that the order of multiplying two numbers together doesn't change the result, which is called the product. So for example, a times b, some quantity a times some quantity b, well that's going to equal b times a. If we look at an example with numbers, let's just try this out. 3 times 4. Is that going to equal 4 times 3? Well, let's check. 3 times 4 is 12. And 4 times 3 is also 12. So it does work out. Okay, let's look at the next property I want to talk about, which is the associative property of multiplication. So the associative property of multiplication states that the product of multiplying 3 or more numbers together doesn't change even if you change the grouping of the numbers. So in generic terms, if you have the group of a times b times c, that's going to equal a times the group of b times c. So let's do 2 times 3, group of 2 times 3 times 4. Does that equal 2 times the group of 3 times 4? So we're going to do what's in parentheses first, following order of operations. So on this side we'll have 6 times 4. That's going to equal, on this side, 2 times 12. Let's check. Well, 6 times 4 is 24. And 2 times 12 is also 24, so yep, it works out. Okay, the last property I want to talk about, and I'm saving the distributive property for a separate video, is the zero property of multiplication. So the zero property of multiplication states that any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So in generic terms, if we do a times 0, well that's going to be 0. With a number example, let's do 2 times 0. Well, that equals 0. 5 times 0, that equals 0, and so on. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you want to support the channel in another way, I'll leave a link to my TeacherPay Teacher store in the description, as well as a link to my website, which has other great math content. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.